What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to How I Did the Garage. This is a little bit different video. This is more of a tutorial about how to fix a leaky faucet in your bathtub. Not really working on cars or motorcycles or scooters or anything, but figure it might help somebody out. And what's going on right now and all the high prices might save somebody some money. You know, might stop you from having to call a repair guy or something and spending $200-300. Might get out with just spending like 10. Let me show you what's going on. Before working on it, make sure you cut off the water. If not, it's not going to be fun. Mine is in the basement, so I can just come down here and flip this switch, but yours might be out at your meter or wherever, probably out by your meter. If it ain't, somewhere close by. So I already got everything tore apart. What was going on with this is, of course, that's off, that's on. This is cold, that's hot. I already got the cap off and already got this one fully disassembled. The issue I was having was out of the hot side, but the wife tried to work on this last night and ended up breaking this because it was just, I was at work and it was just flowing out, and she tried to do something to stop it, you know. Props to her for trying to do that. What you want to do here, I'm going to take this apart and show you probably what's wrong with it, if it's just a leaky faucet or if it's just broke, period. But take the little cap off that says code here, the little blue. Then you got this Phillips screw. You undo it, already got everything loose, that's why it's hand loose. You pull this off, which will allow you to pull the knob off. You see it's clocked right there where it can only go on this flat side right here. Then it catches on the bottom right here. That's what spins this. From here you want to take off this outside, take this silver part off. That's what actually squeezes this together right here and kind of holds everything together. Just undo it. You see here's some, you can put some pliers right here. I think this is made of this, so you can also put pliers on here. It might scratch it up though, but it's made for a wrench. I don't know what size, I just used pliers. You undo it. This will slide off like so. That's how it threads on. The actual copper piece back here. And this is what was sticking out. Pull this off, and you got this, which is clocked right here. And this is what stops it. This is what turns for the on and off right here. And then this piece right here catches on this for it to stop it when it's off or on, stop it when it's on, and stop it when it's off. All this looks good. This ain't broke or anything. If this was broke, you'd be able to just keep spinning it, you know, 360, you know, to infinity. This could be broke or that could be broke. Then you got this, which just pops off. You can pull off on this or that. Come out like so. You got this O-ring right here. If you have, if it's leaking back here or right here real bad, it could be this O-ring right here. That's bad, or not sitting right. But this metal piece right here is what sits on that O-ring back there. The water comes out of here, and whenever you spin it, it allows it to go into that passageway right there, which then goes through the rest of the system and comes out wherever it needs to. This was my issue on the hot side. This was broke. They sell these at the parts store around here locally, Ace Hardware. I don't know how much I'm about to go see. You can get your little screwdriver, put in there and kind of gently wiggle it. You can bring it on out. Now you can see this top side's a little bit bigger. You can feel it. That right there will be the outside. That's what stops it from going all the way in. The lip right here. That's how it goes in. But I'm gonna go to the parts store, see what we can find, see how much it is. Let's go. All right, made it here to the parts house. Found everything we need. Only thing you really needed for the leaky faucet was just this little kit. Like mine had that little O-ring right there that was busted, which came from right here. It's $3.59. What I'm gonna do is I want to get this one for the hot side that was broke. And then of course this piece got broke from my wife trying to repair it when I was at work, so I got to buy this and this piece. But you know, if you need the whole thing, you got this piece for $7.99 and then this piece 16HC for $12.99. If you just have the leaky faucet, this last one, it's $3.59, $4.50 something after taxes, but it's a lot better than paying somebody $200-300 handyman to come repair it. Save you some money, learn how to do stuff. Alright, so back to the house now. This is how this goes in there. You got your tapered spring. The larger side goes in there. Smaller side of the spring will go inside of this, and then it will go in there like that. Whenever you put it in there, you got to be very careful because these edges will try to roll on you, and you could break this. And then you're going to be back to where you was. You got to put that in there with caution. Using some Vaseline might help out, or some type of oil substance. Normally that's what I use at work when we do stuff like this. Help out a lot. See how the edge up here, see how the edge on the top on this side is kind of not in there yet. There we go, that's better. You can see right there how it's not in there. You want to put like a flathead screwdriver and kind of push that in there, or push it out of the way, and then use the bigger screwdriver right here, or whatever you're using to hold it in there, and to get it in there. Once I squeeze that out of the way, it went right in there. And then you got this, which is rebuilt. Spin it till it catches, then spin it till it drops in. Alright, now we got it all put back together, we're going to turn this back on. What I want to do is I went ahead and opened up the faucet up there so it don't shock the system and possibly blow something out or blow those out. And what I like to do, how I do it at work when I'm dealing with steam and water lines, is I slowly turn it on so you don't shock it. Let it fill the lines up and slowly build up pressure instead of just full force and just boom, you know. Start filling the lines up a little bit. Alright, let's go see what's going on. That didn't work. Alright, this is a lot better. So, what happened was on the cold side, as those two little slots in there, on the brass piece that all this goes into, I had that 180 degrees backwards, I guess. So, I took it back apart, switched it, and now we're good.